We will now proceed to the derivative of inverse trigonometric functions. So again, we'll start with, we have a function y. We know that we have y is equal to a function of x, and in this case, the function is an inverse trigonometric function. So we'll start with sine. So we have y is equal to arc sine x. Or how about, let's make this u na lang. U, where u is a function of x. Okay, so we need to solve for y prime or dy over dx. So magcha-chain rule tayo dito. So if we start from y is equal to arc sine u, it follows that, or from here, it follows that sine y is equal to u. And to solve for dy over dx, we'll just solve this implicitly. Okay? So by implicit differentiation, what is the derivative of sine y? That would be cosine. So cosine y dy over dx. That is equal to the derivative of u with respect to x. That's du over dx. Okay? So by implicit differentiation. So to solve for dy over dx, that is simply du over dx over cosine y. Now, if we follow yung formula, if we follow the solution in the previous problem, pwede nating i-reconstruct yung triangle dito. So let's construct a right triangle here in which this angle is y. So sine, we know that is opposite over hypotenuse. So opposite is u, hypotenuse is 1. So therefore, the adjacent side is 1 minus u squared. So therefore, if we want to solve for cosine y is just adjacent over hypotenuse. So therefore, cosine y is square root of cosine y is equal to square root of 1 minus u squared. So therefore, the derivative dy over dx is du over dx over square root of 1 minus u squared. Okay? Yan lang kadali. So we can now generalize that the derivative of arc sine u is just equal to du over dx over the square root of 1 minus u squared. So alam na. For your next assignment na ulit, i-derive ninyo yung for the same process of deriving para ma-practice for arc cosine u up to sige, ano na lang, cosecant, arc cosecant u yung isa. You take the derivative of this using ito. Okay? Okay. So from here, pwede natin memorize. The derivative of arc sine u is equal to d over dx over square root of 1 minus u squared. Memorize. So, I'll just include lahat para madali na tayong mag-proceed to the next examples. So, for the arc cosine of u naman, that is similar to a derivative of trigonometric function. So, if you observe, yung complement niya are negative. Ganon din dito. Pero dito, mas simpler, mas madaling memorize because the derivative of arc cosine na assignment nyo para i-derive ninyo or i-prove ninyo, I will just give the answer here. That is just equal to the negative of eto pa rin. The same lang sila. So, negative du over dx over square root of 1 minus u squared. So, madali lang i-memorize. Okay? Then, for the derivative of arc tangent u, the formula for this is just du over dx over 1 plus u squared. Okay? So, you can prove that using the method I used sa pag-derive. Then, if you have arc secant u, for arc secant u, that is just du over dx over u times square root of u squared minus 1. Okay? You just have to memorize that. For the derivative of arc cosecant, again, that's the complement of secant, negative lang siya. The same pa rin sa secant. du over dx over u square root of u squared minus 1. Memorize again. So, pareho pa rin. Then, for the complement of tangent or cotangent or arc cotangent, yes, you guessed it right. The same din siya sa arc tangent, negative lang. So, that's negative du over dx over 1 plus u squared. So, you just need to memorize these inverse trigonometric derivatives. And remember, ito lang dalawa yung pina-assignment ko. Prove that the derivative of arc cosine u is equal to this by using the method I gave you. And also for arc cosecant, ito, you just prove. Let's have this problem. Problem 9-5. Find the first derivative of theta is equal to arc tangent 3 alpha. So, madali lang. In this case, ang hinahanap natin is, ito na lang. We need to find theta prime or d theta over d alpha. So, sobrang dali. We know, or we just need to recall that the derivative of arc tangent u is just equal to the derivative of u over 1 plus u squared. So in this case, wala naman tayo, this is not a function of x, this is a function of alpha. Okay? So, to apply, we have d alpha over d theta over d alpha. That is equal to the derivative of u. So, ang u natin dito is ang 3 alpha. So, the derivative of 3 alpha with respect to alpha is equal to 3. So, that would be 3 over 1 plus u squared. So, 3 alpha squared. So, 3 alpha squared. Yun lang. So, our answer is just 3 over 1 plus 9 alpha squared. And we're done. Ganun lang siya kadali. Okay, for our next problem, problem 9-6. We have solve for y prime if we have y is equal to the cube of arc sine x. In this case, gagamit tayo ng chain rule, general power rule. So we'll have y prime is equal to, by general power rule, that would be 3 times arc sine x squared. Then the derivative of arc sine x, that would be, the derivative of x is 1. Remember, again, let's recall that the derivative of arc sine u is equal to du over dx over square root of 1 minus u squared. So if we follow that, the derivative of x is just equal to 1 divided by the square root of 1 minus x squared. Okay? Then that is our answer. Therefore, y prime is equal to 3 arc sine x squared over square root of 1 minus x squared. Tapos, formula lang. Okay, let's try problem 9-7 if y is equal to this function. Basahin ko pa ba? Then, let's find y prime. Okay, how do we do this? Ganun pa rin, same rules. We just apply for the first term, this. Just use product rule. So x minus 1 times the derivative of this, that would be 2 minus 2x over 2 square root of 2x minus x squared, kasi it's a square root, you know how to get the derivative of that. Then plus square root of 2x minus x squared times the derivative of x minus 1, that is just equal to 1. Then plus the derivative of arc sine. We know that the derivative of arc sine is just the derivative of this, which is 1 divided by the square root of 1 minus u squared. So, ang u natin dito is x minus 1. Then, you just square that. Then, it's a matter of simplifying. So, let me just simplify first. Ito, x minus 1. Ma-cancel out yung 2. So this becomes 1 minus x over square root of 2x minus x squared. Then how about, okay, so plus square root of 2x minus x squared plus 1 over the square root of 1 minus, ito siya, expand x squared minus 2x plus 1. Okay, then if we release, take a look at this. If we release this grouping symbol, so dapat maging positive na to, maging negative na to. And then, ma-cancel out to. Okay, so this becomes 2x minus x squared dito. So the denominator here is actually the same as 2x minus x squared. Ayan. How about ito siya, para consistent tayo, we could factor out negative here. Para ito maging x minus 1. So that's negative ha, hindi siya minus. So let me move that. Ayan. Diba? So therefore, kung i-multiply natin to siya dun, magiging negative x minus 1 squared na lang siya. Okay. So simplify na natin. The LCD is square root of 2x minus x squared. So divided by this times the numerator, that's x minus 1 squared. And then plus, this will become 2x minus x squared, okay, plus 1. So this would be equal to, expand lang natin, that's minus x squared minus 2x plus 1 plus 2x minus x squared plus 1. Then divide this by the square root of 2x minus x squared. Then simplify further. We have negative x squared plus 2x plus 1. Then plus 2x minus x squared plus 1. Okay, this should be minus 1, sorry. Minus 1. So over 2x minus x squared. So y prime is equal to, we could cancel out 1 here, then, so eto siya, basically they are the same. So we could just, eto siya, this is still 2x minus x squared, diba? If we add that, we'll have 2x minus x squared divided by square root of 2x minus x squared. That's just algebra. Then y prime now is equal to 2 square root of 2x minus x squared. Ito, pag i-divide natin to, because this is raised to 1 and this is raised to 1/2, so this is our answer. Okay, for your third assignment, you have y is equal to arc tangent square root of x over 2. So you need to find y prime. Okay, for our next problem, this would be now problem 9-8. For our problem 9-8, the best view of a mural. How far back from a mural should one stand to view it best if the mural is 10 feet high and the bottom of it is 2 feet above the eye level? Okay? So, ito yung illustration niya. Let me just explain that. Ang tinatanong is how far back or etong distance niya from the mural. So, how far back should he be standing in order to get the maximum or the best view of the mural? Meaning, etong angle na tong theta should be maximum. Okay? So, first, sa figure, in-identify na yung variable, this would be x because he could be much nearer. For example, dito siya is much nearer, pero ito na yung view niya, angle of view. Ayan, would that give you a better view or would that be a maximum angle there? Or pwede din siya masyadong malapit na dito, pero if you notice, mas maliit na yung angle ng view niya. Diba? So therefore, etong distances are variable. So we'll call that x. Okay, let me erase this. Those pala. And eto, this is the eye level. So 2 feet above that is the bottom of the mural. Ayan. So the bottom of it is 2 feet above the eye level. Then the height of the mural is 10 feet. Ayan. So klaro naman dyan. So the angle of sight sa top and bottom of the mural is denoted as alpha. Oh, I mean theta. Is denoted as theta. So sa problem na to, we need to maximize theta. Right? Kasi we need to get the best view. The best view. So ang required natin dito is x when theta is maximum. Yun yung kailangan natin isolve. The value of x for maximum theta. So if you want to maximize theta, we need to get theta prime and equate it to 0. Okay? So how do we do that? Okay, first, we have formed triangles here, no? So two right triangles actually. This triangle and this smaller triangle. And again, they are not similar, huh? So if we assign angles like this angle from the line of sight to the top of the mural, yung angle na na-create, let's call that alpha. And from the line of sight to the bottom of the mural, let's call that beta. So therefore, we say theta is just simply alpha minus beta. Okay? Alpha minus beta. Now, if we apply, pwedeng tangent na lang, no? Because if you notice our triangles, the involved sides are opposite and the adjacent. Wala tayong hypotenuse. Okay? So, let's just use tangent. If you apply tangent both sides, that will give us tangent alpha, theta is equal to tangent alpha minus beta. Okay? And we know that from difference of two angles, that this is tangent alpha minus tangent beta over 1 plus tangent alpha tangent beta. Now, paano natin kukunin yung mga values dito? Meron tayo. Actually, this is now theta because we need theta prime equal to 0. So theta is just equal to the arc tangent of this. So let me copy this and paste it here. But we need to simplify this. So we do that by drawing natin ulit yung triangle para di tayo ma-confuse. So let's start with this triangle. Ito siya. Ito, the bigger right triangle. Let's reconstruct that. The bottom side is x. This angle is alpha. Sorry, this angle is alpha. The opposite is 10 plus 2. So this is 12 feet, yung opposite niya. Okay? So, therefore, tangent alpha is equal to opposite over adjacent. So 12 over x. So if we reconstruct the smaller triangle in which this angle is, so the smaller triangle, this angle is beta and this distance is x and this is 2. I'm referring to this triangle. Itong mas maliit na triangle. So therefore from here we know that tangent beta is equal to opposite, which is 2 over adjacent, which is x. Okay? Then substitute tayo. That means theta is equal to the arc tangent of 12 over x minus tangent beta 2 over x over 1 plus 12 over x times 2 over x. So simplify natin. Actually, pwede rin tayo mag-solve ito implicit. You can try. Trigonometric functions lang pero implicit lang yung gamitin. Sorry. Arc tangent of 12 over x minus 2 over x, that's 10 over x, divided by, how about dito, wait ha, Diretso na lang natin. So, the LCD is x squared. So, this would be x squared plus 24. Okay, yan. X squared plus 24. So, theta is equal to arc tangent 10 over 10x over x squared plus 24. Because ma-cancel out yung isang x, no? Cancel out din. Lipat siya doon sa numerator. Okay. Okay, so this would be our function now. So to get the derivative of theta with respect to x and equate it to 0, we need to recall again that the derivative of arc tangent u is just du over dx over 1 plus u squared. So in this case, yung u natin dito, if we let u equal to this, which is 10x over x squared plus 24, we can now solve for d over dx, which is, copy the square the denominator, x squared plus 24, copy here, x squared plus 24 times 10 minus 10x times 2x. Okay, so u prime natin is equal to 10 times x squared plus 24 minus 20x squared. Okay, then x squared plus 24 squared. So from here, let's continue. So therefore, u prime is equal to that would become 240 minus 10 squared. Tama ba? 10 squared minus 20 squared. Okay. Over x squared plus 24 squared. Okay, that would be our u prime, or that is du over dx. Again, kung ulitin natin we know that the derivative of arc tangent u is equal to du over dx over 1 plus u squared. So therefore, theta is equal to, follow na lang natin, our du over dx is now 240 minus 10x squared over x squared plus 24 squared divided by 1 plus u squared. So yung u natin is 10x over x squared plus 24, then square that. So since we are maximizing, we'll equate this to 0. This is now theta prime, sorry. This is now theta prime. Yeah. So since we are maximizing, we equate that to 0. So madali na lang because eto ma-cancel out. This will be cancelled out, then this will become the new denominator, then that will also be cancelled out, no? So what will remain is just 240, itong 240 minus 10x squared equal to 0. So 10x squared is equal to 240, so x squared is equal to 24. Taking the square root, that would be square root of 24, so 24, that is 12. 4 times 6, no, 6 times 4, so x is equal to 2 square root of 6, or that's approximately, let's use our calculator, 4.90, that's 4.90 feet away. So in order to get the best view, dapat nasa 4.90 feet away siya. And that is our answer.